One ball, that was the challenge. A tiny goblin boy and his snake taking on Cruciball 15. But then madness struck and a second ball snuck in. One that can rebuild the entire map. Can the tiny goblin boy combine two vastly different strategies? Or will his head explode? Just a goblin boy. Born and raised by a slime bag? Why? Where do these goblin boys actually come from? This is why you don't just say whatever floats through the old brain hole. It's a Peglin multiverse. The lazy option, yes. So we can fight slime bags in one universe and be raised by them in another. Honest answer, I can't make sense of it because I barely know what I said. Do you think I listened to myself? That guy is completely out of his mind. Cookie. Nice. Now if only we can find like 47 more refreshes. Mirror. Remove a ball. Remove all balls. Coming off the run with 1,000,000 balls. This is perfect. Only one ball and I can instantly remove it. Okay, I am tempted because I want to see what happens. I guess what happens is I end up with just no balls and then no cheese and I instantly die. But maybe we can do something with the cookie and the one ball to rule them all now apparently. It has persist 4, so it's like having 4 balls, okay. The one ball that is actually 4 balls. So it's 4 balls in a trench coat, pretending to be one very special ball. But there is one problem here. It was my choice to go for a boss right from the start. Horrible choice as always. I have nothing to actually beat the boss with. I have a level 2 Ouroboros with 30 damage in echo. Gonna get my head smacked to bits here. But can we do... Like I'm carrying over 22 damage. But some problems just magically solve themselves. There is one good thing here. Bombs could be nice. But the good news here is that we don't have to do that many ball investments. Because I have only one ball. We don't need to get rid of rocks. But is a snake a good ball? It isn't even actually a ball. And how do you combine a snake, a cookie, a bouncy castle, and a book, which is for nerds, but it is about bombs, so it's a fairly cool book. The damage is adding up, but Echo 80 on a 1-3 ball still does not seem like that much. So we need some kind of cool combo to ramp the snake ball up that can bite the heads off slimes that don't even have heads, or are they all head? Who knows? And it's a snake eating its own. I'm not gonna say it, but it's the human centipede, but in Peglin it's the goblin snakeipede. There you go. The curse strikes again. Meanwhile in the game we've had first boss, but what about second boss? This time actually being completely destroyed by the almighty snake ball. I've gone again from it's the worst ball to it's the best ball in 2 seconds. Do we want to reorbanize everything? If we're trying to do cookies and refresh, it's very good. If I don't take it, I find the duplication potion. This happens 100% of the time. Haggling. So since I picked up the one ball, I've already had 2 chances to get rid of that one ball. Is it time for a no ball run again? Just a cheese. But it's a snake. Is it technically not a ball? Can we get away with that? It might be a problem here as well with the vines, as demonstrated by the snake beautifully right there. I have only one ball. If that gets trapped in the vines, I have absolutely nothing. So far it feels like just blind luck. If I hit the crits, I can roll out some echo, carry that over, carry the snake, and have a good time. If I don't, I will have nothing at all. Echo of 2 damage. Pretty strong. These are some fantastic shots. Like, it shouldn't be possible to shoot balls that badly. I'm always impressed by how much worse I can make things when they are already quite spicy on their own. Because we're not dealing with the vines. I am going to take 1 billion damage here soon. Exploitable stacks though, very nice. So I'm lucky with the debuffs. And not so lucky with the vines, but if I have to rely on blind luck, at least the exploitable is going to carry me quite far. Nice bombs. Okay, this is actually doable. We can do the one ball. with a side of cookies and some bombs. Go my snake, eat the face of the big plant lady. Nice. Reverse gravity? I mean, more refreshes we can do that and we can maybe do a thing. I have a plan. Then if, as usual, can I realize the plan? Nobody knows. It's generally quite a spicy endeavor. But with so many refreshes we can maybe find the relic where refreshes do 3 times damage. And then our tiny snake ball will be 3 times better if we can cover the entire map in those fantastic pegs. And I'm also... It's a good decision that we did not go for reverse gravity, because we are playing with a snake ball. So upside down reverse snake, that's Australia. Maybe the snakes there are cursed enough that they would fit into the Peglin multiverse madness, but if I add snakes from down under, I am also 100% dead. Guaranteed, like there's no survival chance whatsoever. Reorbanizer, when we have the 10 refreshes. And the duplication potion. Okay, so we're cooking with reorbanizers and snakes. Whatever that ends up being. And discarding the snake, it bites my head off. Nice. More refresh is definitely more good for this kind of build, but are the refresh pegs now doing no damage instead? When we have the reorbanized combo. So why have I not learned the basics of the game? Is there a peg school? Should I hire the scientist to educate my single brain cell? I think that's just a hopeless endeavor from the start. Let's just reorbanize. We're doing field science. We throw the ball and we see what happens. Make map green. That's the new goal and something I can handle. We're supposed to be playing this game with balls. Instead we have now a snake pretending to be a ball and a reorbanizer which does the thing with the pegs, messing up the entire map. Just another perfectly mediocre build, but we have the infinite cookie combo to save the day. Peglin, I come in peace, but I have an angry snake if you don't have anything good for me. Again, do we remove the ball? More crits is more good. We can reorbanize way more of that. We can crit more. We can hopefully use that to roll the damage into the snake. How do you stack damage into a snake anyway? Is it just a case of I have to bend the jaws of the snake open so it's wider so it can swallow more dudes in one go? That would be like having Pierce on a snake. You can just swallow 2 brick slimes in one. Right. 4 blind, 8 blind. The amazing debuffs that are definitely going to save me from certain death in the castle. We have a good number of balls for once. And I was thinking that this is... the snake ball is the main ball. And then we have the other sheet ball that we don't really talk about. But clearly the Reorbanizer is now carrying this. It's the Reorbanize infinite cookie map. Turn the entire map into cookies. Is what's keeping me in the game at all. Then I just need to build some kind of machine that can automatically feed all those cookies into my snake or my own face hole. It's not a damage build. You think the snake could be fairly aggressive and rip people to shreds, but no, it's a healing build. Nice. Things never work out as I planned or as I imagined. But it is kind of cool that we can just hack in infinite healing with the Reorbanizer. Things work in so many different ways in this game. You can combine anything. Often it will just be a horrible result, is my experience. It could be something wacky, something fun, and every now and then something that actually works. In this case, about 7 million cookies. But there has to be a cookie cap somewhere, right? How many cookies can a goblin eat before he just explodes? These are the important questions that science may never answer. Meanwhile, we're fighting a dude wearing a cooking pot with my very bouncy snake, doing things on the map with pegs, and boom, job done. Another cool thing with the Reorbanizer is that we have actually negated the downside of the leaf, because you only get a percentage of pegs back normally with that. But if we cover the entire map in refresh pegs, that doesn't matter. That's some pretty good sciencing from the probably one of the least sciencey guys in the round row. The Balladin I have at least seen invade the lab once. But this guy I've never seen anywhere near a lab. The snake ball, Ouroboros. Clearly it's meant to just be a single ball, so should I not combine this with any other balls ever? And the Reorbanizer is just kind of doing its own thing on the side. I'm building a new map, not fighting. Well, I am fighting as well, I guess. So basically, it's a Bob the Builder game now. Gob the Builder. Repaint the entire map green. Normal pegs, boring. But I'm getting no damage out of those pegs, so there's a slight problem here. The chef, so we can accept the bribe, or we can rat him out. But doesn't it just end up with me getting a relic anyway, so is the fight always pointless? Or is there a reasoning for it? Well, let's just go back to building a new map. I'm building the map and the knights will pay for it. Am I even building a map? I might actually just be building a cookie fort, where we can sit and eat our infinite cookies. Can you beat Peglin with only cookies? Probably not. It would work in a healing build if you have the healing does damage to people's faces thing. But it's more fun to just reorbanize the entire face of a dude. And then send in the snake to eat whatever is left. Hopefully the Australian Peglin didn't just eat the snake. Slapped it on the barbecue or whatever, because I do need the snake to beat these nerds. So we need to feed the snake, and we have a bunch of volunteers on this map. And we also have to somehow train the snake to eat knights and whatever is in the mines, but not me, not goblins. I need to live, I'm the snake master. It got stuck on a bomb. Is that the snake telling me that it would rather eat a bomb and play along with my shenanigans? So cookie beats snake is what I've learned. But how bad is this really going to be? Because with infinite cookies, I have infinite healing, which means I am infinitely unstoppable, maybe. We could also use the refresh things, activate nearby pegs. And do we have enough damage for Big Shunkus? We probably do, maybe not in one, but we can deal with him. It's a bomb build on top of that, because I have the bomb refresh book and so many refreshes. So maybe we don't even need the snake, we don't need the cookies, it's just... That's the opposite of what I want. I wanted refreshes crit, not crits refresh. Okay, thank you game. Reorbanize the map, just like we will reorbanize this dude. He reorganized the map himself. We don't need that ball here. Don't tell me that this is yet another build where the balls are irrelevant, because that happens more often than I can count. And it's actually adding up now, because the snake removes enough refreshes that we also have pegs that do damage. Cool. So it's going to work, maybe. It still feels insane to be... I'm all in on a strat that depends on a relic that I don't have. Refreshes crit, crits refresh. All the pegs now do all the things after I have reorganized the entire map to be green and or yellow. But of course we're just gonna go out the side of the map. That is very much tradition on this map. But we can reorganize the Ballista Boy. Actually, how do I not go out the side? Because this is now going to take 7 million years if I shoot badly. Again, kind of impressed by how much worse I can make things. Damage is quite low. So we need to science up the exact amount of reorganizing that is good. We need to not reorganize too much until I get the thing that makes it work properly, right? If I get that thing, if it exists. Is it just a theoretical relic? What makes the Goblin Boy do more damage from his rebuilt pegs? Sure, at least I can paint the map green. Normal pegs are now officially extinct until the snake comes in and maybe messes it up. But it looks like some of them are just coming back as refresh pegs, so they have a second ghost life. Yeah, whatever. All I want to do is reorganize the Ballista crew. Flip him backwards so he shoots his crew, or himself, that would be cool. Instead I'm just cursing the entire map with refreshes that don't really do much. So what we need... We do need a bigger, bitier snake, so we need to be brave. Probably go to Peglin, Australia, Pegstralia, and recruit a bigger, beefy snake that can eat preferably a whole map in one go. That would be nice. Also, counter science. Can we reorganize the reorbanizer so it's backwards, and I can then reorganize the pegs back to normal pegs so that I can do damage with my snake? Those are some genius ideas. Way beyond my pay grade. And there we have, so this is one of the relics I've been looking for. But it makes no sense at all with this build, which is, of course, that happens now. We can get cash or durable. I'm gonna have to do the debuff some other time, because it's Cruciball 15 and I don't want to just go in on a relic I can't use that will ruin the entire run. Instead, I'm going to use the tools I have, the Reorbanizer, and ruin the entire run, map, myself, on my own terms. That's way better, right? Durable. Right, this is one of those maps where I picked up Durable 5 seconds ago. It's already a problem. Always a problem on the mushroom map, because you just slide off. But this time at least we keep the damage, so this is a good thing for the Ouroboros snake damage carryover madness. Echo is the word I'm looking for, right? Why say it simply with one word when you can ramble into many words that make no sense most of the time? Mushroom man, I need to blast you out of here so we can live. Snack on a few more cookies, because why not? I would have liked a cookie counter for this, just to see how many I've eaten, because it's an absolutely insane amount. What happens if we don't reorbanize? I would like the crit multiplier is the big missing piece here. I'm also not sure how it would work with, like, the refresh being a crit. Does that also count for things that trigger off crits? That's some science that needs to be done. There hasn't really been any downsides to this build, this run. I was expecting the snake to bite me almost as much as it would bite someone else. But it really only does that if I discard it, and then I have no damage going on, so I have to use the snake. I'm tied to the snake. I am the snake. Peglin, do you have anything? Maybe actually every 3 times a crit is triggered, so if that works with the refresh crit, we have infinite spin S and wall damage, because why not? Haglin, you have probably saved the run. Well, you have given me a speed boost for the rest of the run. And again, we had the chance to just remove the snake ball. I'm considering it so much. But look at this map now. Now we are just a buff machine boy. Big buffs, big damage, big balls, or big snakes. But we also now have added cauliflower to the cookies. Not the combo I imagined. But if you serve it up with a side of snake, maybe it's fine. Who knows? So from a build that was a mediocre mix of nothing, we now have a ball that can be big enough that it nukes everything, else it would technically be infinitely scalable. Although we are still missing 2 of the key pieces, the triple damage from refresh pegs and the crit multiplier. With those pieces, we could have stretched the snake up into space, wrapped it around the earth, so that the giant world snake could devour Peg Australia, so we don't have to deal with all the madness over there. I've also learned that I don't have to accept the map for what it is. I want a new map, my own map, on my own terms, buffing me to insanity. We have 1000 damage stacked in the snake ball, but it's still not enough to one-tap that guy. You're embarrassing me, snake ball. Do better. So by reorganizing, we are investing in the map by rebuilding it into a buff machine. More damage for every crit on the board. And we technically have infinite crits. Very nice. This guy doesn't even have a map, so we have to build his map from scratch, then reorganize it, then buff, and then blast his head off. And with the map now fixed, we can roll in the stacks. I don't know why cauliflower makes you better at the game, but he's already dead. No time for cauliflower science. A golden boy, so do I ruin it all at the end and go for a big old multi-ball? I could have actually taken the damage just to flex on the dragon by healing through eating 1000 cookies. So it was supposed to be a 1-ball build, but the Reorbanizer snuck in. So if you were to do a 1-ball run, the 1 ball to rule them all, which ball would you pick? We converted quite a lot of the dragon's cash to refresh pegs, so I'm ruining his pension savings. I'm not even stealing it. He was going to retire with all this cash. Instead he gets the guy with 1 ball and the second sheet ball that we don't really talk about, coming in here and messing everything up. The 1 ball infinite cookie build. And if 1 ball isn't cool enough, How about 1,000? Things got slightly out of hand in this experiment.